we have clear, documented evidence that we are improving interoception. So we know what's happening inside us better. And then we have something called the salience network, and that is when it's kind of like the conductor of the orchestra. It's kind of telling which brain regions need to be switched on. And we have the executive center, which is for our task planning and a lot of motor control, a lot of pain reception. And these are all connecting together. And this is a direct quote from one of our recent studies. It is likely that the functional connectivity changes, which is brain regions talking to it themselves, found within the default mode network in the current study between pre-intervention, which is pre-chiropractic, and post 4 weeks of chiropractic, reflect a difference in how the study participants were reflecting on themselves and their everyday experiences over time. It might not seem like that matters. Oh, they're just thinking about themselves a little bit more. But what happens when people are in pain is that they ruminate on that and they get really, really stuck inside themselves. And what we see is that in lots and lots of research, the default mode network is either underactive or overactive in lots of mental health disorders and neurodevelopmental disorders. So there's a lot of issues in this part of the brain when people are struggling with anxiety, depression, autism spectrum disorder, ADHD. And they are having a really hard time with separating some of the signals inside their body. And with chiropractic care, we are directly changing how that part of the brain works, the default mode network. So, yeah, it's cool. It is cool. So we do have to talk about the P word, and a few P words might drop into your head at this point. Yep, like what Richard said. But what I really wanted to talk about is pain, and we sometimes shy away from this because we don't want our people to be focusing on their pain. I get that. I definitely never ever want you to be adjusting only where the pain is, because I've just told you a whole lot of stuff about how adjustments are changing wherever you deliver it to that subluxation, is changing how the brain is able to sense what's happening inside and outside. Okay, that's awesome. Wherever you are adjusting, don't ever focus on the pain. However, when people have pain and that pain is persisting, it changes the brain, and we are going into maladaptive pain plasticity. That brain is changing its function because of that constant barrage of pain, signals and symptoms. And then the brain becomes very hypervigilant and hypersensitive to pain signals. So you've got more, and then it focuses more on that pain, and it will get stuck inside it. That disrupts that inner body schema. Okay, what is your sense of self? We're disrupting that, changes how that person is controlling their body. And what happens if the brain has very little awareness of what's happening inside your body and your spine? They are at very high risk of injuring themselves further because you've got no idea what's going on. The paraspinal muscles are like the eyes of the spine. Okay, can you see your back? Nope. So you've got these little muscles inside there that are like the eyes of the spine. And if they are switched off and they are asleep, people get injured. And then we're going back around and they get stuck in this pain cycle. The adjustment is going to interrupt that pain cycle. Okay, we always are getting people out of this. We are interrupting that brain plasticity. We are interrupting that pain signal, and we are calming the system down. Okay, so don't shy away from talking about that with your people. It's still really important stuff. They will love it. So that's kind of the research that we have, the science about subluxation and adjustments. Now I'm going to take you a little bit through the science that we have about supporting what you're doing in practice with your frequency of care and your maintenance care. We get a lot of flack for this. Yeah, why are you seeing people all the time? Why do you have to keep coming back? Why? It's unethical. Have you heard that? People say that to you? Oh my gosh, it's unethical what you're doing.